So, I have an interesting question for you guys. Have any of you have used the Dart Zone hopper fed blasters? Because very interesting history is Dart Zone has been making a lot of great blasters, you know, as usual, and still they make great blasters today. But in 2018 they started making hopper fed blasters with 2018 the Dart Zone Command Fire, 2019 the Dart Zone Destructor, 2020 the Sportsman, which is a Springer blaster, and we are gonna check out a release from last year, which is the latest hopper fed blaster in the Dart Zone line that shoots standard foam darts, the Matrixfire. Let's get into it. When it usually comes to hopper fed blasters, Rival and of course Hyper are the natural go-to, but Rival is basically the ultimate go-to because instead of reloading magazines, you basically can just dump balls and hoppers and then just continue firing without having to reload magazines. You just get paintball pods, boom, just dump balls. And Rival's really good because, you know, Hyper usually has problems with feeding, but yeah, this is very different from usually your Rival Hyper blaster because this takes your standard foam darts. And today we are going to be reviewing the Matrixfire. So the Matrixfire is a fully automatic blaster that basically takes a 30 dart removable hopper. The Command Fire held 40, the Destructor held 30, and this holds 30, and the Sportsman held 20. So, you know, pretty mid-length capacity. It is good for a hopper fed blaster, at least for darts. And you might be wondering, how in the heck does this hopper fed blaster take darts, even though that might not seem possible? So unlike Rival where you just dump balls in, well, basically what you have to do with a dart hopper, if you own any of these hopper fed darts and blasters, is you have to make sure the darts are aligned straight in order for it to go through the flywheels, because if they're not, like, you know, say if you like have them all mixed up like this, it's gonna jam and you're not gonna get reliable fire rate. This blaster does come with a really cool sight. The sight is actually usable and it's removable, and not only it comes with a removable sight, it also came with a really cool removable foregrip for the bottom rail. But the thing is, it did not come with it. For when you purchase it from Walmart, you get it from the box here, but this, you know, I got this for my birthday, of course, and it was used, so it doesn't have it, but the blaster still works well, and you know, I'm just missing the foregrip, but that is okay. The main grip is comfortable, the rev trigger is very clicky, the main trigger is also very clicky. The rate of fire it's kind of inconsistent, you know, with the hopper, because it needs to agitate the rounds down into the flywheel. I do want to mention that this thing has a lot of mod potential. What I mean by that is, like, you can literally mod this thing to like have a mag well and put a mag in and basically just bypass the whole hopper. Why would you do that? Well, the thing is, with the hopper, you can't have a steady stream of darts going, you know, like the rate of fire is going to be inconsistent no matter what. You can't get consistent rate of fire while trying to fire this thing. But basically, if you think about like modding this thing to take magazines, you can basically have a steady stream of darts just going right through your target. And the thing is that, like, if you just keep this thing completely stock, don't mod the flywheels, but take the hopper apart, or, you know, just take the hopper off, put a mag well, mod this thing to have a mag, you can immediately get this rate of fire to go so fast that literally, like, you'll be empty in like 3 seconds. It's not even a joke. It is stupid fast. This thing does come with the ever lovable darts and waffle tip darts, which are my favorite darts of all time, and they're really accurate when it comes to full-length blasters. But yeah, that's all the external features of the blaster. You know, it's a flywheel blaster, full auto, comes with removable attachments, comes with a 30 dart hopper, really comfortable grip, really comfortable trigger, you know, all that. And yeah, and it has a lot of mod potential that can be explored in the hobby. Alrighty everybody, so I have a fully loaded hopper with 30 rounds, and the thing is, it is nighttime outside right now, and it is going to snow a lot tomorrow, so that is why I'm in here. So for fun, we're just gonna full auto all 30 rounds with this cups, and you can notice that my digital target is in the back of those, so when the cups fall I can still shoot at the target. So here we go. It's all of them. But overall, what do I think of this blaster? So, right off the bat, the rate of fire is inconsistent, and it's a little more slower than the Destructor or the Command Fire. But honestly, for $30, I don't think it's a bad deal. And plus, you can get yourself more of these hoppers, and even stock, I still think it's a good blaster. It does hit pretty hard for what it is, and when I used it outside earlier, when it was light out, this thing literally hit over 100 FPS when I put it down a bunch of angled shots down range, and about 60 to 70 flat, which is really good. I think this blaster has a bright future, and it has a bunch of mod potential. And if you're not good at modding, but if you want to get this thing magazine fed, like still trying to fire super fast, well, I recommend you see this button right here. When you pull down the rev trigger, it won't rev up. But if you push this button, it disengages that lock. So if you can't mod and you can't put a mag well on here, well, what I recommend you do is tape this, and then tape this back white part right here that I'm pressing onto, and then what you need to do is rev it up, and then like line the magazine up perfectly. What I mean by perfectly, like line it up to where the flywheels will basically be at the hole. You fire it, it's gonna fire extremely fast. Like, I've seen mod videos of this thing literally firing super fast out of a magazine. Like, it's amazing. But honestly, I think the Matrixfire is a very solid recommendation. Yeah, if you want a hopper-fed dart blaster that's pretty inexpensive for what it is and works pretty well stock, has a bunch of mod potential, has some pretty cool attachments, you can buy these and then get more of them, you know, kind of like the Tomahawk 60 drums. I have 3 of those, and I'm also planning on to get multiples of these hoppers, and I can also dual wield Matrixfires. Yeah, and I like the Matrixfire more than the Tomahawk 60. I know Tomahawk 60 is more competitive and, you know, more consistent. I just like this way more than the Tomahawk 60. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. And I know I basically made a Matrixfire review before this, but I accidentally deleted that, so this is a remake of it. So just pretend that the Dino Striker and the Claw Hunter group review was basically after this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next